Let's see who's got the high ground position so far. No one's really going to take it until first rotating. Tayson and Chapik's putting down some pressure on Asvi, but it looks like Vino's going to take that kill, actually. Aqua Vino getting pinched between Aqua and Tayson's team is not where you want to be. Aqua Vino hitting the short pad. Going to try and conserve some of their mats, but oh, damn, Hellfire and Scram are ready for it. And Hellfire Scram after that crack look like they're pushing on Aqua and Vino. Vino's trying to hold them off, and Aqua goes down to Hellfire and Scram just like that. Off the short pad, the insta double dink from the burst rifle is going to spell disaster here for Aqua. Vino's now going solo. Looks like we have Vanyak on the high ground, just above Tayson and Chapix, though. Tayson and Chapix could be looking to make a play for this potentially. We have Rabbit and Fanayan down below. Vortex still going solo. Kidbo, Flixie, Benji and Savage are still on the front side as well. Benji and Savage looking good, holding on to the little meds they had before. Taking down Grohl's second elim of the game. Hopefully the Harpoon can give them a bit of a mat refresh they so sorely need. Shizzo still pushing forward. Grohl's is down. Hellfire Scram. They only got one elim this game, but it was onto Aqua. Felt like they were fragging out. They've been putting down some serious damage. Hellfire trying to frag out here on the backside. Vico and Jixon going around the outside. Tripern and Thomas landing on the front side. Are we going for high ground? We're looking at it. It's Chico and Trulex. Good beams coming out from Thomas. Jeez, that'll be it. Tripern's going to start ramping up now. We've taken the high ground. Tripern and Thomas looking good. That's 120 builds between them. We've got plenty of SMG, or we got a good amount of SMG ammo, good amount of AR ammo, and good meds. Thomas and Tripern looking fantastic. Benji and Savage, unfortunately, going to go down here. Just outside top 15. Tayson's going to go down as well, and Nas is going to fall. Pink picks up an elim on the low grounds. It's T-Chips up above. Vico takes down Axe Force and Usury. Little double kill. Flowers and Mappy down here on the low ground. Shizzo's a solo, but looking like not for much longer. 0 builds. Don't think he's going to be able to make this 3 elims, and no, he's going to go down. Hellfire still holding on solo, though. Melody and Keffy are in this one, trying to make their way through. Hookah Zeston also in this one, looking pretty decent. Vino's still going solo this entire time. Hookah and Zeston both going to go down to Kiddo. Kiddo and Flixie up to 4 eliminations now. 8 teams, 13 players. Vino has been clutching up today. Holy. Flowers and Mappy onto the ulti-low front side. He does have some hard mats left for this as well. Arskill and T-Shapes down to very, very little mats. Kiddo and Flixie trying to get a bit aggressive here. Probably one of the healthiest duos we have right now outside of the high ground. Vino finally falls to Flixie. Arskill takes down Chico. Hellfire's trying to find something here on the low ground. Unfortunately, only grabs the gun, I guess. Hellfire down to 0 builds now. 3 elims trying to make it 4. He needs something right now. He needs something big. Tripern and Thomas, though, just putting down the pain from up above. Easily spraying down this lobby. Hellfire gets in, takes down Melody. Can he get the finish? No, he can't get the siphon in time. Tripern and Thomas on the high ground. We got 3 teams, 6 players. Melody and Keffy. Keffy now solo on 31 health, trying to play the med mist. And then Flixie and Kiddo. Flixie and Kiddo now have 7 eliminations to their name. Seeing if they can try and take down Keffy and make it 8. It looks like Keffy is just going to be the full lobby focus now. And it's Tripern and Thomas on the high ground with only 2 eliminations against Flixie and Kiddo on the low ground. So we actually have an almost 20-point difference between these 2 teams just purely off eliminations. So Thomas and Tripper really need to make sure they close this out and get those victory out points. 4 builds for Thomas, 13 for Tripper. They have the heal off as well. So honestly, they have the advantage right now. Flixie and Kiddo out of mats completely. The double SMG, no shotgun on the hands of Flixie. The spray's coming out. Good damage being applied, but Flixie is going to be on the receiving end of that. I think Thomas found an angle over the edge. Tripper and Thomas are going to close this one out. And no, as I say that, holy shit. Never mind. Tripper almost goes down to Kiddo there, but Thomas and Tripper will pull off the 4 elim win. Only 4 elims, but it's still a win, so it's still good points. But I believe Flixie and Kiddo will be in first on the leaderboard after this, though. So we have Kiddo and Flixie Buka in first on 52, Keffy and Melody in second on 47, Thomas and Tripern on 44, Flo is Mappy 37, Scram Hellfire 36. Then we have Rabid, Vico, Chico, Artskill, and Anas. Tayson is a solo. Rotating zone pulls straight across. Stompy and Zhu get this. Tayson making the play on high ground as a solo. Best defense is a good offense. Make yourself look like a scary duo. Maybe no one will challenge you. Fury solo here. Resguard and Clown, 10 below. Got to make their way through. Got to find some damage as Resguard gets hit pretty hard trying to make his rotate. Noel Riley and Vidil still in this. Finding a bit better success this game at Logjam, switching their drop today. Kami on 10 health, trying to get down. And he does get down. Kami making his way down. He's got those bandies and minis. We're going to try and get those off. Rabbit in third place goes down. It's up to Fanayan now. 134 below Surge. Marco and Clinberry still in this as well. Mustache and Malabuka after a rough start. Not the best loot, but it's very doable loot for Malabuka and Mustache. If anyone's going to find a big refresh here in endgame, it's going to be them. Still got the mass to play this out. Still got the mini, so definitely not terrible loot by any means. Bell and Logic still going through as well. Malabuka and Mustache. Oh, we got... Wait, that's pre-edit. I think Malabuka just grabbed pre, so I got to watch this. Pretty sure Malabuka set up a pre-edit. Don't know if he's reset it yet. Logic and Vettel still going as well. All right, let's check this high ground. Who's on high ground right now? We have Vino and Aqua. I saw the triple pad. They're getting contested. Vino, Aqua. Pressure's coming out on the high ground. Vino's going to try and hold this one. Misses the shot onto Belusi, but the pressure's there. Vidil goes down to Vortex. Aqua, Vino have about 80 builds total right now with all those meds I talked about earlier, so they're one of the favorites to take this game. Trying to put the pressure down as many people as they can. Tayson is still going solo in this lobby somewhere. There he is. Tayson's still going solo. Fantastic effort from him so far. Broken inside top 15. Gets a good shot onto Malabuka. Norxie's still going here as well. Fury solo. Resguard and Clown running up the low grounds. Kami and Seti also on that low ground, looking good. Their first points here today. Got a 0-point game one. Andretta and Kiko. Andretta's out of builds. Kiko's only got 4 left now. Kroggy and Zroggy find a refresh on backside. But Mustache and Malabuka still pushing through here with their 4 eliminations. Andretta is going to be the target of Mustache there. I think it's this Zroggy on the other side of the walls. Here it is. Kroggy and Zroggy pushing straight up into Malabuka and Mustache. It's going to be very sketchy for them. And there goes. Rox goes down to zone. Mustache, though, taking some beams. I'm not sure who this is the hands at. Malabuka gets put in the cone, but finds his way out. Rifty, Vico, Vino, and Aqua still have that high ground position. 41 builds total. Haven't used any of their 10 splashes. Looking like they can close this game out comfortably. Refsguard goes down. Kami and Seti trying to run up this low ground, but they're down to literally... Got the med mist in hand. Mustache going to go down. So Malabuka's going to have to solo clutch, but if anyone's going to pull off the solo clutch here on the low ground, it's going to be Malabuka. Hits the 14 tag, boxes this player up. Can he get the finish? He does. Takes down one. He gets the double kill. That was Vettel and Lodix. He got a tag onto both of them. That's 6 eliminations for Malabuka now. Rifty running around as a solo. Flodax going down here. The med mist are being applied right now. All these players in zone trying to hold on with what little they have. Vino's going to fall from a shot in the back. That was Malabuka who takes down Vino. Malabuka now making a play on Vino and Aqua on the high ground as a solo. Clown is down below. Vanyak. We have 4 solos right now. We basically have solo all-stars on our hands. Aqua on the high ground dropping back. 42 health, playing the splashes. 3 players left now. Clown goes down. It's Vanyak versus Malabuka versus Aqua. Vanyak takes the kill on high ground. Malabuka on the low ground. Can he clutch up the solo victory out? He has 70 builds to his name to try to make this happen. He only has 20 health though, 88 shield. Vanyak popping the med mist. They're both going to get pretty healthy after this. Vanyak has 11 elims, 14 if he gets this kill. It is going to be a 15 kill win, but he's got to try and find it on none other than Malabuka and Mustache. I have 0 clue how Vanyak found this many eliminations, but looks like he's going to show me. And Vanyak beats out Malabuka for the 15 elim win. Good God. 12 kills on Vanyak. Holy shit. All right, we got Kami and Vanyak with a 15 elim win in first place. Aqua, Vino in second. Vico and Jixen, Clown and Refsguard, Rabid and Fanayan. And then we have Kefi, Kidwo, Axeforce, Vortex, and Mustache. Well, how's Malabuka Mustache looking actually? Oh, damn. Malabuka Mustache also looking pretty healthy. The pre-edits come out. Gonna take down Astro there. Michael's still here, but he's going to try and get away from Mustache. Mustache misses the shot off the right-hand peak. Doesn't miss the second, though. You don't have too many chances with Malabuka and Mustache. Count yourself lucky after he misses one. He's not going to miss the second. 1,300 above. 8 kills for Malabuka and Mustache. Looking fantastic. Aquavino, as we said, have somehow clawed their way back into this one. Looking really, really healthy. We got Tayson and Chapix take the high ground. Gonna have to maybe make a short pad on the front side here. Start cranking up if they can. They definitely want to play this high ground. 180 builds between them. Tayson's going to double dip. So they're going to try and hold on to that extra pad to try and secure high ground later in case they need it. Vettel's down below. Tayson and Chapik's going to start tarping. They're not going for high ground. Who plays the high ground here? It's Vino and Aqua, bro. We got the 2 Titan teams, the Kings of Height, competing here on a very scuffed zone, both with good loadouts. I would say they actually have very equal loadouts right now, but remember, Tayson and Chapix very deliberately kept that second pad in their back pocket. Tayson chose to double dip the pad rather than use his second one, so you just know, with them sitting, I imagine, still on second height, potentially want to make a play for this. They have dropped down a few layers, though. Tayson takes down Floki. They've got 5 eliminations now, but just keep an eye on that pad. They're going to want to use that right now, or very soon. But we'll see. Vino and Aqua have this high ground really secure, though. So honestly, maybe Tayson and Chapix are just going to let them have it because they have good mass. They have about 130 builds. They're well reinforced, and just like that, Aqua and Vino will hit their shots. Tayson copping the beams as he flies under high ground there. Maybe Tayson and Chapix will realize it's clearly a very good team on high ground. Mustache and Malibuca jump up into second place. 13 teams, 22 players. Zone is pulling back south again. They're up to 10 eliminations. Mustache and Malibuca with the double digits. And honestly, I'm loving seeing Mustache make a name for himself here. It's easy to see why the focus has been on Malibuca, but Mustache proven that he deserves as much credit as well. 8 eliminations for the young fragger here. Vino and Aqua up above. 11 teams, 18 players right now. Save it goes down to the hands of Tayson. 6 eliminations for Vino and Aqua. We're about to have a potential clash of Tayson, Chapix, Malibuca, Mustache, and Aqua Vino. 6 eliminations here as well. We have Aqua getting Belusi. Norxie takes down Hydro. Malibuca gets another elimination. Tayson, Chapix are up to about 60 builds right now. Zone pulls back. That's going to keep them healthy for a little bit longer. Vino and Aqua with 7 eliminations. Malibuca, Mustache overtake them with 12 eliminations, bro. Only Malibuca and Mustache could clap back after Vanyak's team got a 15 elim win. And Malibuca and Mustache are like, nah, that's not good enough. Vino and Aqua up above. 90 builds between them, roughly. We've still got Seti and Kami in this as well, so our low ground warriors, but unfortunately, low ground becomes a lot weaker when you're swimming. Seti gets stuck here in an awkward spot, but beautiful shot from Seti onto Norxie. Norxie's going to go down here at the hands of Kami. 8 eliminations from Kami and Seti. Tayson goes down. Chapix is now a solo, trying to make his way to front side. Has 9 builds here. 1 elimination, trying to drop down, see if he can find something. I believe that might be Kami who's above him. It is Kami who's above him, but Malibuca and Mustache drop down. Malibuca and Mustache up to 15 eliminations. Can they get one more? Of course they can. 2v2, Malibuca and Mustache versus Aqua and Vino. You have to think Aqua and Vino are going to close this out. They have every advantage, high ground, builds, everything they need to close this out. And Malibuca and Mustache have honestly 16 eliminations, and they're still going. They might be able to fight their way out of this. They're getting the meds off. They're popping the minis, popping the bigs. 44 builds between them. It is enough to make it work, but they are versing one of the best teams in the world. And Aqua's trying to put down the pain. Down to 70 SMG ammo, though, so running pretty low. Vino and Aqua need to find some kind of a clip here. Vino takes down Mustache. It's a 2v1 against Malibuca. It's a 9 elim win for Vino and Aqua, and you got to imagine they think they had the highest points that game, but no. Malibuca and Mustache with a 16 elim second are going to trump their points there and hold on to first place. Holy shit. All right, let's see this leaderboard. What do we got? We got Mustache and Malibuca hold on to their lead by only 3 points, though. Aqua and Vino in second on 123. We had the 9 elim win versus the 16 elim second. Kami and Vanyak in third. So we're starting to see a little bit of a 2-horse race, but it's a 12-game format, so anything can happen. We got Chapix and Tayson, Kami and Seti. And then we got Thomas, Rabid, Chico, Vico, and Vortex. Malibuca Mustache trying to hold on to their first place. If you guys are tuning, this is game 4 of 6. We're only going to have 2 more games after this. So they've got 1 pad left as well. Anas and Pink, no pad for them. Tayson and Chapix have a pad. Might just stay here, honestly. I can jump between these 3 teams with only 1 button. This is huge. 131 below for Anas and Pink. Let's see how they get their surge. 22 teams, 42 players. Mappy going to be the center of attention here for a few of these teams trying to get their surge up. Anas is going to keep putting pressure down. Pink gets some damage here as well in the 11 below now. Tayson and Chapix going to hit a deep late pad. They do have splashes to get their white meds back up. Mustache and Malibuca only 43 above as well. 74 above. Anas and Pink still 11 below now. 21 teams, 40 players. I'll check on high ground in a second, but our big names here really need their surge. Pink and Anas in 21st. They've got to make this end game count. They've been having a rough time on spawn. Aqua takes down Hen. Mustache and Malibuca up here as well. All right, let's see this high ground. Who's on it? Right now, it is Aqua and Vino. Why did I even ask? 120 builds for Aqua. It looks like Hen and Queasy were probably up here. They got 5 splashes between them. They've got meds. They've got ammo. They've got everything they need to close this out. And Aquavino usually will get a top 3 from this position unless someone else very aggressively pushes them. Zandy goes down to Pink. So Pink is still getting active. Queasy still going solo on these 6 builds left to his name, though. Nebs and Kinzel in this one, too. Tayson and Chapix here on front side of the mid-ground layer. They got 75 builds on Tayson, 71 on Chapix. They still got good mats as well. They could make a play for high ground, but I think a lot of teams are happy to let Aqua and Vino just have their high ground these last few games. Malibuca Mustache dropped down into 2nd place now. Aqua Vino's eliminations pushing them ahead. Mustache and Malibuca, though, going to try and get active here in this low ground or this mid grounds. 10 builds for Mustache, 30 for Malibuca. Pink and Anas still going strong too, 70 builds for them. I want to see if I can get Thomas and Tripburn, I believe, are still in this. Seti on the low ground by himself. Thomas and Tripburn are still in this. 3 builds for Thomas, now 10. 1 for Tripburn. They're going to have to make these count and get another refresh. Pushing their way through the low grounds. Malibuca Mustache, what can they find? 12 builds for them. That's definitely not enough to keep going. They're going to have to find something. Seti over here as a solo might be the target because Malibuca Mustache making their way to dead side. Nebs and Kinzel are through here as well, though. Pink's down to 1 HP. And Nas is looking very healthy on 100-100. They've got their med mist. They've got splash. Just got to get together to use them. Mustache and Malibuca taking a lot of damage here on the low grounds. And we still have Aquavino up above, closing this one out. 50 builds. They got 6 elims total now. I swear to God, every time I switch to someone, they stop fighting. And every time I switch off them, they start fighting. Jixin here on 2 health. Hellfire goes down. I swear. All right, Thomas drops down here in the ulti low, trying to make their way back to front side. Chapix is going to fall. Anas is now solo. Vino and Aqua might go back-to-back for the prediction. That is true. Anas drops around the outside here. Aqua Vino are going to drop down. 8 eliminations for Aqua Vino now. 5 teams, 8 players. This is some of the worst luck I've ever had with Perspectives endgame. Seti solo. So it's Tripburn and Thomas. Seti. Anas is a solo. Trying to survive this, but 24 HP, 14-4. Can't make this one work. So Aquavino versus Nebs and Kinzel versus Tripburn and Thomas. Do we get a back-to-back for Aquavino? Tripburn and Thomas, the focus of the low ground here. Can they make something happen? Goes down. Aquavino. Kinzel goes down to zone. It's a 2v1 against Nebs. I think Aquavino are going to go back-to-back. I think this will be another 5 gifted. Aqua's going to make his way down, hit the 40 white tag. Nebs holding on, hits a 50 tag to retaliate. But Aqua and Vino with back-to-back double-digit wins too. I think that was a 10 elim win both games. Or was it a 9 elim win maybe last game? But Aqua and Vino are going to go back-to-back. All right, so we got Aqua Vino in first on 185. 35 points clear of Mustache and Malibuca, who pulled off the 1 elim 7th. Very uncharacteristic low eliminations there for Malibuca Mustache. We have Chapix and Tayson in 3rd. Thomas and Tripper in 4th. Kami and Seti in 5th. Kami and Vanyak. Vico and Jixin. Scram and Hellfire. Chico Trulex. And Joe and Z Andy. Option Tayson and Chapix might even hit the little cheeky Terry rotate here. The Terry Tate. Aquavina are probably going to use one of their 2 remaining pads here on the backside. They're going to go for the high pad. Vino takes a couple tags. Hen takes down Mustache. So Mustache is out here. There we go. Vino and Aqua landing on ulti low front side. Looking good. Tace and Chapix, they don't go for the Terry Tate. They're just going to use the pad instead. Honestly, probably a bit safer than sitting there and waiting for it to go off. Krusty and Relvis are here on the front side. Looks like Chapix and Tayson probably looking to land on them if they potentially can. Astro's going to go down. So right now, all eyes on Aquavino, though, because the next highest point team alive is about 70 points down the leaderboard for them. So if Aqua and Vino can have another big performance, they could really be stretching out this tournament early. Tayson and Chapix do take the high ground, but Aqua and Vino are chopping it. They want their high ground 3 games in a row, going for the hat trick. They get the chop, but they don't go for the high ground. So let's see if Tayson and Chapix hold on to it. Tayson and Chapix do hold on to it up here. 45 builds for Tayson, 50 builds for Chapix. Gonna pop all their splashes, minis, bigs. Gonna pop everything they have here. Vico's gonna take down Snazy. Tayson and Chapix have got eyes set on 2nd place. They need 34 points to catch up to Malibuca and Mustache. Vico go down. Jixin's now solo. Kami and Seti are still in this. Hold the fuck up. Kami and Seti had to cannon across the entire zone on 30 health each. No meds, no shield, 50 above surge. And now they are still going in this game on low ground. This might be one of the best clutches I've seen so far here today. The fact they are still going in this. 4th place overall now. Tayson and Chapix still going in 2nd on the high ground. 9 builds for Chapix, 79 for Tayson. So really big refresh for Tayson. Aqua goes down though, so Vino's now solo. This might be Vino and Aqua's worst performance here today. Still a good game, pushing for that top 10. If anyone can solo clutch this, it is Vino. Very phenomenal solo clutcher. Has been proven that since solo All-Stars. Vino now with the builds coming out, but unfortunately finds himself in a pretty congested layer. He's going to drop down and swap this, but he's down to only wood. Trying to put as many layers of wood he can between him and his opponent. Still pushing forward. Breaks inside top 10, so any placement points he gets here will be very, very instrumental for them because they're holding on to their lead right now on 208 points in only 5 games so far. Meanwhile, Tayson and Chapix have got the placement, but unfortunately 2 elims for them. They've gotten high ground, but they're missing the SMG. It's really, really hard to pick up those eliminations and put down that pressure when you don't have the SMG. 19 builds for Tayson and 38 for Chapix. Vino's still going through this one, trying to make their way to front side. Kami and Seti still going after that ridiculous clutch. Are you kidding me? Kami and Seti have pulled off a top 8. Even if they go down right now, I am so impressed by this team. And we have the harpoon. We tried to grab anything we can right now with this harpoon. We're going to grab the purple shotgun. We're going to probably carry the med miss. Jeez, I'm struggling there. Vino up above. 8 teams, 12 players. Zhu still going. Kiko and Andretta. Tayson Chapix. Trulex now trying to find his way onto Kami, and the big pump from Trulex onto Kami, their 3rd elimination of the game. The med miss is going to be applied. Really 10 bits left. Can he get the next one off? The activation time, and no! The time it takes to use the med miss is enough, and he goes down. And Andretta and Kiko still going through this one, trying to run through the low ground. Andretta now left to a solo. Kiko goes down, but Andretta is going to be soon to follow. Rezon is going to be the one who takes down Kiko there. Andretta's going to go down to Sawn. Tayson and Chapix, one of the only duos we have left in this right now. Vino's still going in a top 5. Fantastic effort from Vino right now. Can he drop down and find something? Chooses not to drop down. Gonna keep playing this layer. Gonna keep ducking and weaving through all these builds. Vino is one of the best solo clutches in the world. No arguments to be made there. I have watched Vino pull off some of the best solo clutches here. Goes down in 4th, but fantastic effort. Rezon down below as a solo is not going to be able to close this one out, but can Zhu do something against the Tayson and Chapix on the high ground? Good loadout, good meds, good weapons, good ammo, everything Tayson and Chapix need here. Rezon's going to flank around the outside. He's got a 2nd med miss though. Rezon might be able to clutch up 2nd here, but I don't think he's going to be able to pull off the win. It would be absolutely miraculous. He gets the 3rd place, and now it's up to Zhu in the 1v2. 41 builds, hits 1 shot. Can he do something to dethrone Tayson and Chapix from this high ground? Only 3 eliminations for Tayson and Chapix though, so they really need this win and the extra point. Hold up, Zhu. Zhu going a bit crazy with a big shot around the corner. Another big shot, but 7 HP. Tayson and Chapix with a numbers advantage, but you got to respect Zhu for the effort. Did very well to make it as close as what it was. Tayson and Chapix pick up the 4 elimination win, but still, we have Aqua and Vino very firmly in first after a big clutch from Vino there. Aqua and Vino in first on 212 points. We are 65 points clear of 2nd place right now. That is 2 wins worth of points clear of 2nd, which is Mustache and Malabuka, who have not played too poorly. 3 really good games and 2 not so great games, but Aqua and Vino with the 1 elim 4th, 10 elim win, 9 elim win. Wait, 45 points. My math is terrible. Sorry. Wait, 45. Leave me alone. Sorry. What? 45, not 65. I don't know how I pulled an extra 20 out of there. Leave me alone. Soon to be. Oh, I clicked on this too now. I fucked up, Shad. I'm tossing. We're loading in now. Leave me alone. Everything's going wrong. Still got some other big names in this here. Marine and Rifle still going. Trulex and Chico in 8th. Hellfire Scram in 9th. Still got Zhu and Stompy in 6th. Jixon is a solo in 7th. Thomas, as we know about. Janice and Vortex are on the opposite high ground. Pink and Anas still in this, or I should say just Pink, though. Unfortunately, Anas has gone down. 614 above. Tayson and Chapix should have good surge. 400, that should hold through. 16 players have to go down, so very stacked final game here on EU. Tayson and Chapix are going to tank a lot of Storm for this pad. Again, 24 splashes. Why not? Are they going to make the play for high ground? They tank the Storm, make sure people get to front side and establish the high ground, but no, unfortunately, it's too high for them. Tayson and Chapix are going to land 2nd height instead. They got plenty of splashes to pop here, so they're happy to tank the zone for it. Kami's still going solo, but Kami is 28 below with 16 players needing to go down. He does have 3 splashes and the mini. Also has that harpoon, but rather not have to use them for Surge here. Kami's got to find just a little bit of damage. I think Thomas has gone down. No, Thomas still going. This leaderboard is so close. I think 2 teams just jumped above Thomas just because of elims. They did. We have Joe and ZAndy with 4 eliminations, 1 above here, catching up. We have Stompy and Zhu also with the eliminations catching up now. Thomas goes down. Chapix and Tayson, 300 above. Benji Fishy going to fall in the feed. Hellfire going to go down. Savage going to go down, unfortunately. So a better game for Benji and Savage, but still nothing too crazy, sadly. But 41 builds for Chapix, 74 for Tayson. And who is on our high ground? We have the Deal and Noah Riley on the high ground. 17th place, looking to close out their day 1 with a big point game. That's going to be a hard team for Chapix and Tayson to take high ground off if they want to make a high ground play. 20 builds for Chapix, 55 for Tayson. Oh, big shot here onto Marco. That's a bit of a refresh. Really nice play there. 96 builds for Tayson. He's got a 500 of these are hard mats, roughly. Still pushing forward here. Aqua and Vito might be a little bit nervous now. We got 34 points the difference between second and first. Kami falls. Joe and ZAndy still going, but they're not looking too healthy. ZAndy goes down. Joe with 21 builds, trying to hold on to this if they can. Chapix and Tayson happy to just pick up elim after elim here in the mid ground. Takes down Zrox. 26 builds for Chapix, 60 for Tayson. Looking fantastic. Joe as a solo, trying to close out his day 1 as best he can. Stompy and Zhu down here playing the Storm. They've both got med miss. They're happy to stagger back and play this. Trulex, though, 1 tick to zone is going to go down at the hands of Tayson. Make it 5 eliminations, 196. They are 24 points below first right now, but Chapix going to drop deep, has 7 splashes, and he can't use them. Tayson might make a play for this, though. Tayson has 10 splashes himself. His teammate has splashes, but no, Tayson is going to go for the solo clutch. He's going to leave Chapix. I believe Chapix must have got sprayed down there without builds to build himself back up. Really unfortunate. But Joe is still clutching up right now. So is Stompy. Let's see. Do we still have Noah Riley on the high ground? We do. It's Noah Riley and Vidil on the high ground. 5 eliminations, 60 builds. It's going to be very hard to get them off this high ground right now. Keffy and Melody take down Stompy on the low ground. Clown on the other side of this wall. Tayson still going with these 7 splashes, though. 6th place. About to break the 200-point threshold. So he's still 21 points below Aqua and Vino, though. Clown on the other side of the wall. Tayson's looking for the meds. He finds 2 med miss. This could be a really nice second place. Unfortunately, only one has 5. The other has 150, though. Tayson finds a full med miss here. Rifle and Mariah trying to push their way through here as a duo. Clown is a solo. Tayson is a solo. And then we have Noah Riley and Vidil up above. Tayson right now locked in this battle between him and Clown. This is big points for the placement and the elim. Who's got better meds? We've got a heal off going right now for 4th place, and Tayson's going to win the heal off for 4th, but he is unfortunately going to go down before 2nd. Huge performance from them to close out day 1. Rifler and Marine, though, on the low ground, seeing what they can do against 2 of the best fighters in EU, and Marine goes down. Rifler in the 2v1 right now, and he's going to go down also. Noah and Vidil just don't lose those. 8 elim victory royale to close out EU day 1. Really good performance, bro. In style. 4 splashes, 6 minis, a big pot. Med miss. They had that one in the bag. Easy win for Noah Riley. I love Aquavino, but you guys know me. Bit of spice. So having Aquavino go down there, Chapix and Tayson close the lead. It's looking like a bit of a 2-horse race. It can shake up quickly, though. When you're Malibuca Mustache and you can pull off 7 elim seconds, 1 elim win, and a 16 elim second, any of those games, and they're very much back in the running. We still have 6 games tomorrow. Then we have Joe and ZAndy, Kami and Seti, Stompy and Zhu, Trulex and Chico, Vico, Jixon, Thomas Tripp, Scram, and Hellfire. Tayson and Chapix, though, getting pressured heavily on the low ground. They're getting forced out of this one, too. They're in zone here. Trying to find a way in, but they got the reboot van here to deal with. 334 above. Vino and Aqua. 71 builds for Vino. 71 for Aqua, so we've done a bit of a split here. Not looking bad. A little over 140 builds total. Tayson and Chapix do make their way out of this one. I'll be focusing mostly on these 2 teams, Jack, because they're pretty much like Kami and Seti making their way up there as well. But this is the story of Aqua and Vino versus Tayson and Chapix at this point. Down to no meds, though. We got 4 minis in a big pod. We got good shotguns, though. Taste and Chavez could easily find a refresh on this. Aqua and Vino take the high ground as well. Oh, my God. 52 builds. It's not enough to hold this if someone tries to aggress on them. But if they play this well, they could be winning yet again another game. Oh, my God. Oh, man. Aqua and Vino might be looking set to run away with this one. We'll see. Vortex taking some damage. They got 120 above Surge. Only 3 players to go down. Surge, not an issue. They got 116 AR ammo on Aqua, 254 on Vino, and he's got SMG ammo. So they've got the pressure. The problem is the builds. With no Harpoon, they're going to have to find a refresh pretty soon. Janice goes down below. Flodax goes down. I think Tayson has picked up an elim, though. They're up to 4 elims for Tayson and Chapix down here. Make that 5 elims. Takes down Fanayan. The problem is they're not really getting huge mat refreshes on this. About 30 builds total. 16 teams, 27 players. Tayson and Chapix trying to make their way through. They're down to mostly soft mats, though. Aquavino still looking pretty up above. Oh, no. Tayson goes down. Chapix misses his shot, but I think those 2 players anyway, so Tayson and Chapix go down. So right now, it's Vino, Aqua versus Seti and Kami, but Seti and Kami are down pretty far from leaderboard from Aquavino. They could catch up, but only 1 elimination to their name right now. They're going to have to start fragging out. Vino looks like he gets a bit of a mat refresh to keep them going, but very, very little. Only has 6 builds. No one's really looking to go for high ground, though. Vino's got this SMG to keep putting down the pressure. Going to be very instrumental in their success up here. Seti and Kami running up the low ground as they do best. 8 teams, 14 players now, so a lot of duos in this. We do have Resguard and Clown here in 5th place. They've got good loadouts right now, except for the material. They're going to have to use those superior weapons to find a refresh. Vino takes down Kira, gets another refresh. He's up to 20 builds here. Looks like Rifty's going to go down. Aqua and Vino are playing this so well. Pushing up now, trying to make their way through. There's a lot of mountains in the way, though. Resguard. Damage coming out against Resguard, but Kami and Seti in a rough spot right now. These teams are funneling up into them. If they hit their shots here, they could pick up some refreshes. Kami opens up, not realizing they're there. 34 white tag from Kami here. There's someone else down below, though, but looks like Vino and Aqua are just sitting pretty up above, watching all these teams collide down below. I think Vino and Aqua are taking out yet again another win this weekend. We'll see, though. We'll see who made it through this. We still have Tripone still in this on 152, so Tripone takes down Kami. So we've got Seti here. We've got Flodax. Flodax around the corner. 137 tag on a Seti, but Tripone takes it. So it's Flodax versus Venyak versus Tripone versus Vino Aqua. So right now, they are the only duo left in this lobby on the high ground. So it's going to be a pretty big upset for them to lose this game. And this is just going to stretch their lead even further. We might have a Booga World Cup on our hands if this continues. This was a far south zone as well. One of the worst zones for Aqua and Vino to play. Using the tree beautifully here for Vanyak, but Tripone does take him down. A 2v1 between Aqua, Vino, and Tripone. 260 points for Aqua, Vino. 40 builds, 0 builds, but more than enough to close this out. We'll see what Tripone can do, though. He has the med mist. He has the minis. He could pull something off here. 47 builds. It is doable, but it'll be very, very difficult to do it to the likes of a team like Aqua, Vino. Tripone's trying to play the med mist, but trying to keep it going. Doesn't have to go for a mantle play. He's looking for this. Here he goes. Go for the high ground, but they do still have good mats here. Aqua and Vino have enough mats to hold the high ground. Vino's looking for the angle. Aqua's suffocating him down below. Tripone takes the big shot, and Aqua Vino are going to pull off a 5 elim win in game 1 of day 2. 267 points. Cumulatively, we have Aqua and Vino in first on 267. Chapix and Tayson on 234. Kami and Seti 184. So there's currently a 50-point difference between second and third, and a 33-point difference between first and second. So Vino Aqua are going to have to start tossing for this to be a tournament, but we'll see. We got Mustache and Malibuka, who very unfortunately went down early in their last 2 games. Thomas and Tripone. Tripone pulling off the 5 elim second there, doing really, really well. Clown and Refsguard, Chico and Trulex, Joe and Z Andy, Stompy and Zhu, and then Scram and Hellfire. So a win here could very easily see them in first place. Kami and Seti also need to take this chance to try to catch up a little bit as well. 65 builds for Kami, 105 for Seti. So pretty good loadout for them. And Zone's pulling really far. 121 below for Kami and Seti. Thomas and Tripper are going to hit one of their 3 pads. Still got 2 left. Oh, someone tries to land on Thomas. The aggression's coming out. Thomas drops down into a really awkward spot here. He can't really build much. Can't put down the walls on Thomas. It takes 1 bullet. He's down. He is going to hold on to this, though. Start popping the splashes. Tayson and Chabix, meanwhile, 500 above, making their way to front side. See if they can keep pushing this way through. 22 teams, 38 play. All right, there's a rift there. I was like, what? All right, Tayson and Chabix, one of the only teams to hit the rift, I believe. Is anyone above them? Never mind. Not the only team to hit the rift. And unfortunately, they're not the highest. They can't land on high ground, but I don't think they want to land on high ground. There'd be a lot of teams griefing them if they did. But Tayson and Chapix just taking this free placement right now. Nebs and Kinzel are the ones on the high ground. Chapix is looking like he's looking for a spot on front side, maybe on that little hill, that little bit of elevation. Yep, he's going to try and land towards it. Tayson's going to land down, start building him out. They're both going to make it down. Beautiful plays from them. Kami and Seti, meanwhile, also hit that same rift, and they survived the Storm Surge. So Kami and Seti looking healthy here too. Second, third, fourth, and fifth still up and going strong. Very unfortunate sights for Aquavino. The rest of the leaderboard's closing in on them now. 17 teams, 27 players. Chico goes down. Trulex is now solo. Let's see who has this high ground position right now. It is Joe and ZAndy in 6th place right now. And they are contested at the Synapse, so they need to make these games count when they make it endgame. Very good sign from them. Tayson and Chapik still making their way to front side. This zone's pulling like just max after max after max. There's no way it keeps pulling, right? There is just no chance. These guys need some breathing room. Everyone's running out of builds. Malibuka's down below with next to no material. Mustache with him as well. Tayson and Chapik have no builds. Malibuka and Mustache have actually, honestly, 32 is actually like a lot right now. 42. Janice goes down. Runs out of builds. Queasy falls. Vettel's going to go down as well. Hen's still in this one. Hen trying to take this player down. I don't know who it is, but he can't get out. He does. He has the Ed around the outside. Hen's going to make it too. Janice goes down. Runs out of builds. Queasy falls. Vettel's going to go down as well. Hen's still in this one. Hen trying to take this player down. I don't know who it is, but he can't get out. He does. He has the Ed around the outside. Hen's going to make his way around the outside. ZAndy and Joe still have this high ground. Klimberry and Marco. Deceptos and Rezon. It pulls back across. It doesn't go max, but it's honestly still a pretty far pull. Seti and Kami pick up another kill. 213 right now. Tayson and Chapix. Tayson falls 1 point short of Aqua and Vino. So we have a very big tourney on our hands. Seti with a beautiful cone onto Mustache. It's not easy to box up Mustache like that. So 3rd place, Kami and Seti, our highest point team alive right now with 5 eliminations in this one, trying to continue to push through. They've only got 12 builds between them though. Good meds if they want to stagger back and play this zone though. Seti's going to keep dropping down, trying to put some pressure on this front side team. It's Rezon and Deceptos. Meanwhile, we do still have Joe and ZAndy up above, and Hen's the solo. 4 duos, 1 solo. Hen's dropping down here, gets a shot, misses the shot, takes down Klimberry. There it is. Now it's 2 duos and a solo. We have Seti as a solo now. Kami's going down. Joe and ZAndy, and then Hen in the midst as well. 91 builds. Hen right now has the big mat superiority in this lobby, so as a solo, he might be able to pull something off here, especially if he can take the high ground. He's going to start ramping out. Is he going to go for it? 83 builds left, and no, he gets dropped down. Joe and ZAndy keep the pressure up. Only 18 builds for them, but it's now Seti versus Hen versus Joe and ZAndy. They don't see Seti hanging there. Seti could have maybe played that a little bit more. Hen's going to try and make the catch up here. They're going to try and break into triple digits. They've had a rough weekend, but this could be the start of the comeback. 53 builds. Seti's down to only 5, so he needs to be really careful in how he plays this. He might go for the play on high ground, but he wants to try to get this 2nd place. 2nd place placement is pretty huge. Joe and ZAndy happy to let Seti and Hen decide how they want to play this. Here it is. Seti and Hen gonna have to fight on the low ground. No, Hen goes up, which is gonna force him up towards Joe and ZAndy. Seti's down below, takes the 50-50, and Hen wins it, leaving himself very weak, though. You have to imagine a 2v1. 14 health, 4 HP, makes his way out, 39 builds. He has the med miss. This could be a legendary clutch from Hen if he pulls this off. He does have the ability, but it's gonna be incredibly hard. ZAndy and Joe pull off the 4 elim win, jumping up into 5th place. Man, how many observers does Blast have? Holy shit. All right, let's see. We have Aqua and Vino in first on 270. 1 singular point clear of Tayson Chapix. Nice and exciting finish for us. Kami and Seti creeping up there as well now. Thomas HD and Trippern. Mustache Malibuka, Joe and ZAndy. Chico and Trulex, Clown and Refsguard, Stompy and Zhu, and Scram and Hellfire. 13 players have to go down. I think 3 points per kill. 3 points per kill is too much. I mean, it makes for big comebacks. I would say 2 might be better, but definitely not 1. I think it should be 2 or 3. I kind of like how it plays out. It makes the games more exciting, at least. You could argue it'd be more competitive if it was less for placement, but as far as a spectator perspective, only 11 above. Okay, I was right. I knew this might be their issue, but hey, already getting some damage. Still 36 below, though. 23 teams, 40 players. Malibuka takes down Yapko, sorry. But Kami said he needs some damage. Still 17. If you guys have tuned in, 1st place and 2nd place both dead, and they had a huge lead coming into today, so this is very big. Big chance for Kami and Seti to come back, and they need it. 3 above now. Thomas gets an elim as well. Malibuka Mustache are 400 above. Thomas and Tripburn, 300 above too. Good loadouts for them, but it looks like they're pretty split right now. They are quite split. Gonna try and get back together if they can. Kami and Seti now 118 above. They're looking good. About 50 builds total between them. Noel Riley takes down Savid. Snazy and Podesai are going to be on the receiving end of this aggression from Kami and Seti on the low ground. Trying to find a bit of a refresh. Can't find their way in here. Mustache and Malibuka. 2 elims for them. Could easily start racking up some more elims and see themselves up in this top 2 position as well. Seti takes a big pump shot as he comes through. Only about 40 builds on them. They've got to find the refresh, and Seti takes a big shot from Podesai, so the Frenchman get the last laugh over here. Kami's going to keep pushing forward, though. He's got some old tarps to recycle. Needs to clutch up as many points as he can, but this could be the rise of Mustache and Malibuka. 2 elims. They've got 100 builds between them. This is where Mustache and Malibuka usually thrive. Picking up elims, playing the mats they have, and going super aggressive in the end game. And they just look away right as Hellfire comes through. They were patient, but just not patient enough. 15 teams, 25 players. See if there's any big names on the high ground. It could be Thomas or Tripburn. It's Queasy and Hen with the comeback. 53 builds for Hen. 81 for Queasy. Unfortunately, not massive for the overall top of the leaderboard, but Hen and Queasy are making the comeback. 6 elims second last game, and looking like they might be able to pull a win off here. Queasy and Hen could bring this back to a respectable finish. Tripburn goes down. Thomas now solo. 4 elims to their name. Malibuka and Mustache got to start finding the elims to shoot themselves up the leaderboard. They've got the meds for it. They've got the weapons. They've got everything they need for this. Maybe a little bit more ammo could do them well. But right now, Kami is still going in this. Kami playing fantastically, but he is on the low ground. Relying on this med mist to keep him in this one. As soon as he steps around this corner, he's going to be in the firing line. Whoa, but there's players there for refreshes. Belusi goes down. He sees that. He knows the solo now. He knows Hydro's a solo. He slides in, but again, Kami, no SMG. So the pump AR follow-up is not strong enough. You've got to respect the attempt, though. Malibuka goes down. Mustache is now solo. 237 points. 6 teams, 10 players trying to make their way through right now. They're the highest point team alive up there. Vanyak is still up there. And then it's Hen and Queasy. Hen and Queasy jumping up this leaderboard. 5 teams, 7 players. Malibuka and Mustache both go down here just outside top 5. So it's on Hen and Queasy now to close this out. Hydro's a solo. Snazy and Podesai on the low ground. Making a play on a Vanyak. Takes down Vanyak, but Vanyak takes down Podesai with him. So we've got Marco, Hen and Queasy versus Snazy. 2v1v1. Hen and Queasy now 2v1. You've got to imagine they close this out. It's just Snazy down below. Hits the shot if he can, but he's kind of shooting at the gods here. He's right down in the water. Not much he can do. Queasy and Hen, a 6 elim win after a 6 elim seconds. Hen and Queasy. Okay, we have Chapix and Tasten holding on to first on 276. And a very unfortunate game for them going down in 32nd. Meanwhile, Aqua and Vino, though, also going down in 47th. So a very big switch up on the leaderboard, leaving Kami and Seti now only 10 points behind second, 16 behind first. Thomas and Tripburn up there, Mustache and Malibuka, Joe and Z Andy, Stompy and Ju, Scram and Hellfire, Chico, Trulex, Kami and Vanyak. But then obviously big shout out to Hen and Queasy, jumping up into 15th place in 2 games. I mean, it's doable. They could come back from this, man. They're 127 points down the leaderboard. It's 30 points per win. They could get a top 3 here. A win would be really tough, but a top 3, top 5 if they keep going crazy. Hen and Queasy, meanwhile, also no pad. I'm looking at Aquavino here potentially to actually play the high ground this game. They're on front side and they have the 2 pads. Aquavino could very well take this high ground on second or first rotating. I guess the front side really, really well. Gabby's getting focused on the backside. Ref's guard goes down. Let's see who's going to make first play for it. No one will go for it just yet. But who's going to start building up? We've got a really weird zone. It's pulling back almost into all complete open on the hill. There's almost no builds here. Everyone's going to have to start using their own. Tasten and Chapix, though, gets stalled out massively going for the pad. Holy shit, where is it? No. No. Oh, we found it. Okay, never mind. But are we going to die? I think Tasten's dead here. The replay mode's tossed it, but I'm pretty sure 30 health with how far that was. I think he was dead, or he just gets in. Wow. All right, Tasten and Chapix get lost looking for the pad in zone, unfortunately. And Vino and Aqua are now in second place on 282. Flixibuka goes down. Kiddo's now solo somewhere in here. That's another high ground team out of this lobby, which just kind of confirms their chance of high ground even more. Here it is. Hen and Queasy getting landed on by Aqua Vino. The wall comes out. Hen protects it. Aqua goes up. Aqua takes it, but Vino's down below. Queasy's still going up here. So Aqua's above Queasy. Vino goes around the outside. Hen might be able to find an angle on Vino here. Vino takes a lot of storm damage, but he loops back around. He regathers up, but can they chop it? Hen goes down. Hen gets dropped all the way down by someone else. Vino and Aqua take the high ground. 37 builds for Vino. 52 for Aqua. There's someone on the front side. It's Malabuka and Mustache on the front side in fourth. They choose to give it up. They decide not to go for it, but Aqua and Vino had to expend a lot of material holding on to that one. Kami and Seti, meanwhile, down below, running out of mats very quickly. Only 32 builds. Have the minis, have the floppers. They're going to have to find something pretty big. Meanwhile, Malabuka and Mustache are playing that second hide on. Now they've dropped down a few layers, actually. Bad sniper behind this wall. Going to get a refresh on them. But Aqua and Vino have this high ground. Basically, just for now. 50 builds could be enough to hold this, but they're going to have to start dropping and finding some refreshes, which Vino's been doing really, really well this weekend. Finane on the other side of this wall. Kami trying to get his refresh. They're down to only 4 builds. Make that 18. Seti and Kami going to have to do something big to keep pushing forward because Vino and Aqua on the high ground are looking set to get at least the top 3 this game. Potentially a win. Siren going up for this. Vino's going to have to burn what little mats he has. He's down to 14. Aqua and Vino are going to hold it, but again, at what cost? Beautiful cone from Vino. Takes down Asvi. Absolutely fantastic play. They both collapse in on him, and that's an 82 build refresh. The loot delivery has found its way to high ground, and Aqua and Vino, you have to imagine, going to close this game out with another win here this weekend. 302 points. Kami and Seti, meanwhile, are down here in the mid ground. 7 teams, 12 players. 13 builds for Kami, 19 for Seti, so enough to close this one out, make their way towards the end game. But Malabuka and Mustache are lurking in the mid ground, trying to find them. Mustache drops down, he has 11 builds, takes the wall. Malabuka and Mustache have them pinned on both sides. There's another team taking shots in on this. I believe it's Floki. No, it's not. It's Vico and Jackson taking shots in. Malabuka and Mustache going to try and push them off the loot as well. They didn't secure it themselves, so they're running pretty shambles. All of this means an even easier win right now for Aqua and Vino up above because all these duos are colliding on the low ground. They're good duos, but they're going through what little material they each have left. Siren now solo. Vino and Aqua still above here. 19 builds for Vino, 45 for Aqua. They have everything they need to close this game out. They don't have SMGs though. So this final 2v2, they don't have the close range firepower if it does turn into a straight fight. But Jixon takes big shots in the back from Siren. So the solo's still putting in work right now. Aqua and Vino still trying to find these players out. Jixon around the corner only has 9 HP. Puts down some serious damage on a Siren. They're both 10 health or less. And unfortunately, Jixon's going to go down. Floki finds him from behind. Vico around the corner though, playing ring around the rosy here, trying to find his angle on a Siren. He does. Vico takes down Siren. We get a little bit of payback here. So Aqua and Vino up above, Mustache and Malabuka in the mid ground, and then Floki and Clement down the bottom. Mustache takes a big shot and goes down as Floki, Clement versus Aqua, Vino. Vico's on the outside of the wall. He goes down a 2v2. The Frenchman versus the high ground. They have the floppers. They have the splashes. Like I said, they have the SMGs. Ultimately, right now, Clement and Floki actually have I was going to say the firepower advantage, but Vino finds himself an SMG. Aqua's going for the angles. It's a 5 elim second at least for Aqua Vino here, but they want to make it a win. Vino's going to try and find these angles. But Vino takes a big shot from behind. Floki and Clement are not giving this up. Aqua goes up. Vino goes down. It's Floki and Clement in the 2v1. This is not the team you want on the low ground, but beautiful shot from Aqua onto Clement. It's now Aqua in a 1v1 against Floki. He has no health. Zone at his back. No builds. He's getting held out. He might have to wrap around or he might have to mantle. Floki has the floppers. Can he get the shot through? Aqua finds his way around this. Can he get the big shot? Floki's up above. He's taking shots down. He has the flopper. And no, Aqua's going to go down in zone. If he had 5 more builds, he could have maybe found his way in, but Floki chokes him out in zone. It's Floki and Clement with the 11 elim win, but Aqua and Vino, second place. That's going to be another big jump up. All right, we've got Aqua and Vino again stretching their lead into first by 26 points. They are now in first on 316. Chapix and Tayson on 290. Kami and Seti on 284. Mustache, Malabuka 279. Thomas and Tripper on 252. And then we have Stompy, Joe, Scram, Chico, and Vico. Good game, though. Queasy, as I say that, takes down Vico. If you guys didn't see, Mustache went down at the very start. Whoa, why am I zoomed in? Sorry. Mustache went down at the very start of this game, so Malabuka now solo. Aqua Vino with the red marker in first. Trying to make their way around the outside here. Trying to get their way into front side if they can. Aqua's going to land down on this one. Vino's going to land a little bit lower, though. So Aqua's up higher. Vino's down low. We have gotten split. We're going to try and find our way back together. 106 below Surge. This could be the big shake-up on the leaderboard we need. Not great if you're Aqua Vino and Aqua Vino fan, though. The server is not handling this well. Aquavino still 112 below. 11 players have to go down, burning a lot of meds into the surge here. And they only have about 37 builds total. This is probably the worst we've seen Aquavino in an endgame. And Nas takes some big shots, though. Vino gets some damage on that. Still 13 below despite those tags. Aqua, though, gets an Elim. Takes down Malabuka. Aqua takes down Malabuka. So Aqua and Vino take down third, get their surge, and keep surging forward. Unfortunately, only 10 builds, though. So right now, Tayson and Chapix are looking by far the best in this one to run away with it, because Aqua and Vino do not have the loadout you want, clutching up your second last game in an FNCS Grand Final. Aqua jumps in, though. Aqua goes down. They trade. I don't know who that was they traded with. Tripern takes down Chico. Vino drops up, 61 builds, so Vino got a bit of a solo FNCS on his hands. It was Pink who took down Aqua, no way, but Tayson and Chapix, meanwhile, are going for the high ground against Hen and Queasy. We have two of our big names colliding on the high ground. Hen's up for it. Chapix up above him. Hen's trying to find something. Tayson's getting some shots taken down on him, though. Hen's trying to chase down Tayson. Tayson drops down, meaning Hen and Queasy have the high ground. Chapix is all alone here. Hen and Queasy are going to secure it. Can they pull off 3 top 2 placements in a row? They are not done yet with Tayson and Chapix. Only 3 builds for Hen, though. And Queasy has 3. They have next to no builds. If they want to pull this off, they're going to have to pull off a bit of a miracle right now. Hen and Queasy on the high ground, getting chopped down. Very little mats right now. Who can they take out? Chapix goes up for this one. Hen hits him hard. He's going to try and go around the corner. Can he mantle it? Does mantle. He misses the shot. They're both whiffing right now on the high ground. Chapix and Hen. You will very rarely ever see that from 2 players of this caliber. Hen walks away with it. Queasy takes frontside high ground. They have about 15 builds between them. Vino and Aqua go down. Tayson and Chapix also go down. We have lost all our big names, and Hen is not giving up this high ground without a fight. Hen's going to chop it out. Queasy's looking up at it. It's Kiro who lands above them. He's going to fall down. He gives them the mat refresh yet again, just like last game. Hen and Queasy get the mat refresh delivered to them. Hen and Queasy might be getting 2 wins in a row and a second place. 3 fantastic games in a row, jumping up, surging forward on the leaderboard. It's got to give teams hope coming into the other regions today on day 2 that anything can change. Trulex goes down. We have Podesai and Snazy, Queasy and Hen, Mappy down here as a solo, and Rezon and Deceptos. Rezon Deceptos probably going to be clashing with our Frenchman here on the low ground a second. Snazy and Podesai waiting for him, hanging on this front side. They've got the med mist. They have the splashes. Hen and Queasy could see themselves in what? Top 10 now? They're pushing for a top 5 finish despite being in like 35th place coming into today. Rezon getting taken very weak. Mappy's going to try and make his way into this one. Hits a 46 tag. Has the edit though. Misses the shot. Hits Deceptos. So Mappy is a solo right now, making big moves in this lobby. Rezon now solo. This means everything's looking really good for Hen and Queasy. Podesai and Snazy, the only duo still alive, but they're burning through a lot of their material, a lot of their meds here, trying to survive the onslaught here on the low ground. Mappy's also still going to be making plays for them. Mappy getting shot at from high ground. Mappy around the corner. Can he get in to make a big shot? If Mappy can weaken this team, it's a 2v2v1. Rezon solo on 19 health. Podesai, Snazy drop down, but Hen and Queasy are going for the back-to-back dubs and a second place. 4 Elims right now. If they get 2 more, the 6 Elim Classic, it's going to come down to if they win this fight, they're going to have yet again another 6 Elim win. Hen goes forward, takes down Snazy. It's Podesai versus Queasy. Queasy up above. No, SMG has the shotgun. It's all Queasy needs, and Hen and Queasy get a 6 Elim second, a 6 Elim win, and a 6 Elim win. 3 games in a row. Oh my good God. 1 game left. They can't. First place is out of the cards, but it looks like a top 5, maybe a top 3. Let's see. Right now, we have 1 game to go here on EU. We have Aqua and Vino in first on 339. We have Chapix and Tayson on 310. Mustache Malabuka on 292. Kami Seti 284. And then Thomas and Tripper on 266. That's top 5 right now. But Hen and Queasy jumping up. Oh, sorry. Wait, there was 1 in between. Sorry, the 4 Elim 12th. My bad. Sorry, not 3 in a row. That's my apologies. 6 Elim second, 6 Elim win, 4 Elim 12th, and a 6 Elim win, though. Pretty damn good. That's my bad, though. Sorry, not back-to-back. And then we have Chico, Trulex, Joe and Z Andy, Stompy Zhu, and Scram and Hellfire. 1 game to go. But yes, the leaderboard from just today shows that Hen and Queasy are absolutely dominating day 2. It's 2 more games? 1 more game, bro. 1 more game. So that was the 11th game. 1 to go. A lot of good teams in this lobby. Hen and Queasy also still eyes on the Cinderella comeback story. They can't win it, but they can pull off a very respectable 3rd FNCS win. Sorry. 3rd FNCS win for Chapix. Vino getting some good damage, potentially a kill for the extra 3 points. This could very well come down to only a few points of difference. Vino's going to hit the pad. Aqua's going to follow up from behind. 120 builds between them. They're running really low on meds. 7 minis and 1 splash is all they've got. And they're going to go for the double dip. Very risky, very risky play from Aqua and Vino. They're going to have the 1 splash to top up their meds. Meanwhile, Chapix and Tayson playing far more conservatively with honestly a big loot advantage now. Aqua goes down to 13 health before they pop the splash. 17 teams, 31 players. Trying to find their way through this one as much as they can. They've still only got AR shotguns. Meanwhile, Tayson and Chapix, with all the surge they've gathered, have SMG shotguns. They have a big advantage here in the loot in this end game. But Aqua and Vino do have the point advantage coming into this one. Aqua and Vino pushing the front side even more. 19 builds for Aqua, 25 for Vino. Armored Wall comes out to hold themselves in this one. They need a refresh pretty soon. They've only got 30 builds. They've got next to no meds left for White Heels. The refresh is on the cards. Aqua's looking for it as Zhu. He's on the other side of this one. Stompy and Zhu are the target. Aqua's old teammate. Stompy's around the corner. Aqua goes down. We have Stompy, I believe, taking down Aqua. Vino's now has to solo clutch this up. We have Vino with the solo clutch potential now. Does he get the shot through? He doesn't. They didn't get any elim out of that. Didn't get any refresh. Vino is now on low ground as a solo. 9 teams alive. 16 players. Takes down Kefi. That's 3 extra points. He's pushing through as much as he can to try and close this one out. Tayson and Chapix, meanwhile, complete opposite. They take him down. Tayson and Chapix take down Vino. Tayson and Chapix go down directly after taking down Aqua and Vino, which means they will not get close to gaining enough points. Aqua and Vino will win this one, but it was very close for Tayson and Chapix to run away if they just made it out of those boxes. Meanwhile, Thomas and Tripburn in 4th, trying to jump forward. 290 points, 2 more points than to beat out Malabuko and Mustache to get a podium finish. I think they've just pulled it off. Meanwhile, Vico and Jixon still in this. Unfortunately, Hen and Queasy, the Cinderella run has ended here. They've gone down before this. We have Thomas and Tripburn versus Floki and Mappy versus Vico and Jackson. Can Thomas and Tripburn clutch up extra points? 292. This might be the tiebreak. Thomas needs 1 more point. 1 more point to guarantee the podium finish. I don't think they have more wins here, but I'm not entirely sure. The shots come out on Thomas. 50 health. 24-3. He goes down on 292 unless the points have glitched. Meanwhile, Vico and Jackson here in a 2v2 against High Ground. Flowiz and Mappy trying to close out the last game of EU FNCS here for Chapter 3 Season 2. 32 builds for Flowiz, 4 for Mappy. They're going to have to drop down and fight this very soon. The low ground spray is there. Vico and Jackson putting down really good pressure, but they've got 0 builds left. So right now, Mappy comes down, the spray comes out, the edits come out. Mappy goes around. Mappy's shot 185 to Maxi, and he can't get the second shot to finish up. Flowiz and Mappy are going to close it out, but it is almost guaranteed. We do have Aqua and Vino closing out Chapter 3 Season 2. Like I said, Aqua's first FNCS win since Chapter 1 Season X, the first FNCS ever. And then we have Vino getting his first FNCS win ever. Let's see it. It is 362. 22 points was the difference in the end. Meanwhile, Chapix and Tayson coming in 2nd place. Very good performance from them. Thomas and Tripburn do take out 3rd. The points were glitched, unfortunately, in-game. So Mustache and Malabuka get 4th place on the tiebreak over Kami and Seti. Then we have Stompy and Zhu, Vico and Jixon, Hen and Queasy with, honestly, such a respectable comeback. They have gained the most amount of points today. They did. Hen and Queasy with the most amount of points on day 2, followed by Thomas and Tripburn, and then obviously Aqua Vino held on. Then we have Joe and Ziandy, Kefi and Melody, Chico, Scram, Clown, Noel Riley, Rabbit, Flowiz, Neb, Flodax, Clement, Anas, Kami, Kovacs, and Dredder, Clinberry, Vortex, Deceptos, Podicide, Darkies, Axeforce, Belusi, Rifler, Hookah, Artskill, Andalek, Shizo, Jerdy, Yapko, Norxy, Fury, Asvi, Lodix, Kiduo, Artor, Krusty, Mr. Savage, Shmeki, Bad Sniper, Astro, Leon, and Ryzen. What a finish to the EU FNCS, bro. That is a yes for Aqua and Vino with a $25 million redo pot. Good, putting down really good pressure, but they've got 0 builds left. So right now, Mappy comes down, the spray comes out, the edits come out. Mappy goes around, Mappy's shot 185